The honest hour arrives at different times on different evenings, but always with the same indifferent clarity. The particular meanings of the self stripped back. The honest hour, mind to face the most accurate of the space. The honest hour, dark and clear, the most truthful version here. The honest hour, cold and white, the stripped and actual inside. No flattering and no revision, no edited and no decision, to present the better version. The honest hour, no excursion from the actual. Some nights the honest hour is comfortable and confirms the self, the particular power of being fine with what one learns about oneself at this hour. The honest hour, mind to face the most accurate of the space. The honest hour, dark and clear, the most truthful version here. The honest hour, cold and white, the stripped and actual inside. No flattering and no revision, no edited and no decision, There's a color to this hour, somewhere between gold and rust. Something tender, something sour, something made of equal parts trust. Copper light on everything. Even on the hurt it brings. Copper hour, warm and warm. Beautiful the way things are torn. Copper hour holds the light long enough to last the night. I've been sitting with old feelings, like furniture I never moved. They're not wounds, they're just the healings of a heart that's finally grooved. Copper light on everything. Even on the hurt it brings. Copper hour, warm and warm. Beautiful the way things are torn. Copper hour holds the light long enough to last the night. Copper hour, warm and warm. Still holding. The city breathes at night differently, and in the frantic rush of day, it exhales more slowly, more intently, and finally has something true to say. City breath, slow and wide, the exhale of the other side. City breath, warm and real, the only version of the deal. Heart started sinking to its breathing, to the city's nighttime lung. It's slow inhale and slow releasing of everything that they had wrung. City breath, slow and wide, the exhale of the other side. City breath, warm and real, the only version of the deal. Breathe with the city. is wearing thin and pale. Something shifting in the air between the dark and the inhale. Almost morning. Hold it back. One more hour in the black. Almost morning. Not yet light. Let me finish with the night. The almost morning is the rarest of all the hours in between. The most honest and the barest, the most private, least serene. Almost morning. Hold it back. One more hour in the black. Almost morning. Not yet light. Let me finish with the night. Almost morning. Not yet. Stay dark a little longer. The evening finds its balance slowly between the done and the undone. Something quiet, something holy in the settling of the sun. Evening balance, soft and found. Everything returning to the ground. Evening balance, warm and true. Everything the evening knew. I've stopped fighting the imbalance of days that tip too far one way. The evening always finds its balance and levels out before next day. Evening balance, soft and found. Everything returning to the ground. Evening balance, warm and true. Everything the evening knew. Is different from the dark that scares, more specific, more sufficient in the truth it bears, without the performance of the light. The honest dark, cold and clear, the most truthful thing in here. The honest dark, white and real, the deepest honest thing I feel. When the lights go and the room returns to what it is, the bloom of the actual, the unlit truth. The honest dark, that's the view. I've been comfortable in darkness long enough to know its textures, not the dramatic or the starkness of fear, just the particular lectures of the dark on what is real. The honest dark mind to know the truest kind of glow. The honest dark, cold and clear, the most truthful thing in here. The honest dark, white and real, the deepest honest thing I feel. When the lights go and the room returns to what it is, the bloom of the actual, the unlit truth. The honest dark, that's the view. The honest dark, more honest than any light I've known. The dark doesn't flatter. The dark doesn't lie. The dark just is. Known by absence in the rooms I move through without staying. The shape I leave in all the gloom of evenings without saying my name. Known by absence, that's the way. The quiet is passive display. Known by accurate portrait. The shape of the space I left. soft and warm, the most romantic kind of storm. Still blushing, even now. Especially now. After the signal fades to static, after the frequency goes low, something settles, something automatic. In the quiet only I know how to use. After the signal, just the hum, the sound of everything to come. After the signal, soft release, everything finding its peace. After the signal, cold and white, everything the static provides. In the space where the transmission ends and becomes the condition of the honest and the clear. After the signal, this is here. I've been searching for a cleaner frequency, one that doesn't cut or scratch. But after the signal there's a residency. In the static I can actually match with my interior. After the signal, just the hum, the sound of everything to come. After the signal, soft release, everything finding its peace. After the signal, cold and white, everything the static provides. In the space where the transmission ends and becomes the condition of the honest and the clear. After the signal, I've walked these streets enough to know them by their winter sound. The particular creak and stuff of the city coming unwound into its late night self-known city. Mine to read. The only map I'll ever need. Known city, dark and clear. The most comfortable version here. Known city, cold and white. Everything I know inside. Every crack in every wall. Every echo in every hall. Every corner, every light. Known city. Every night. The city stops surprising me. Around the third year now, it just confirms what I already know about it. About myself. Known city. The most comfortable kind of knowing. Not boredom, fluency. the hours like loose change, spending them on nothing much, rearranging and rearranging things that don't quite add to such. Night arithmetic, soft and slow, adding up the yes and no. Night arithmetic, only mine, everything between the Some nights the numbers fall in place, some nights they scatter like gold rain. I sit here in this quiet space and do the math of loss and gain. Night arithmetic, soft and slow, adding up the yes and no. Night arithmetic, only mine, everything between the line. It never balances quite right, but something in the trying makes the numbers feel like light. Inside the quiet crying, still counting, still here. The math doesn't matter as much as I thought. The neon leaves its residue on rain, long after the sign has turned off. A pink that lingers in the drain, a glow the darkness can't scoff. Neon residue still there, the afterglow in the evening air. Neon residue, warm remain, the light that outlives the rain. I carry neon residue from cities I've lived in and let go of now. The light still colors my realities in ways I can't quite disavow. Neon residue still there, the afterglow in the evening air. Neon residue, warm remain, the light that outlives the rain. The neon might be off, but the residue apart. Nobody photographs or visits. Well inside of the city's heart, where the tourist never visits and the resident barely goes. City interior, mind to know the part that doesn't show. City interior, dark and clear, the honest city that lives here. City interior, cold and white, the city turned entirely inside. The back rooms and the service doors, the unglamorous and the scores of ordinary, that's the real. City interior, that's the feel. I spent years in the city interior, moving through the unremarkable, the service corridors, posterior of buildings, particular honesty of the back of things. City interior, mind to know the part that doesn't show. City interior, dark and clear, the honest city that lives here. City interior, cold and white, the city turned entirely inside. The back rooms and the service doors, the unglamorous and the scores of ordinary, that's the real. City interior, that's the feel. City interior, the back of the city, more interesting than the front, always has been. My inner weather changes slow, like precious systems no one tracks. It moves in ways I